Alright, this is my review of the Sunyear single and double hammock. Both are in the coffee color, I believe. First impressions of this are pretty good. The cordage on the end of the rope, or the end of the hammock, some pretty decent, tough nylon cord, some nice strong carabiners, and then some pretty strong nylon tree straps. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 loops plus the end loop. Nice little bit of cordage up front for the mosquito net to hang off, and basically just kind of twisted some sticks around the similar to like a paracordish type of thing. I ran it through that because it wasn't enough to make it all the way to the tree. Overall, it advertises about a 500-pound weight capacity, I believe. I'm a big guy, I'm about 300 pounds and just under 6 foot. And me and my teenage son were both laying in this, and no problems with that. It did drop down a little bit, but it's a lot of weight in there, so I kind of expect it. One of the problems that I did experience with this is that this is pretty deep. There's a lot of fabric in there, and I don't remember the exact dimensions of it, but it's definitely a lot of fabric in there. So what ends up happening is it ends up, when you're in there, you end up getting like this dish. So the size of it come up really high. So I think maybe if they had tightened up this green section in the center, maybe a little bit shallower, I think that would have helped that out a little bit, because it ends up kind of swelling you up like a taco. The mosquito net is pretty nice. It's got a nice thin mesh, and then little loops. It was pretty easy to set up. I think we set up both of these in about, I'd say, 10 minutes. Sling the tree straps around, and then found some sticks and ran the cord through, and then that was about it. We kind of slung them up, and that. So that's the double hammock. It's pretty comfy, except for the fact that the sides kind of wrap up around you. So even laying sideways or trying to angle a little bit, it was just a little bit too wide for me. So 2 people, even with my son in there, it was still a little awkward. We had a bunch of kids that were playing them over the weekend, and they thought it was fine. So, but kids don't care about anything like that. So here's the single. As you can tell, it definitely has a lot smaller of a inside pouch here. I climbed in this one. It has the same capacity, I believe, around 500 pounds, and they both come with the nylon cord, the carabiner, and then the nice tree straps. Come around, same thing, little slip knot, and then just ran the cord all the way down to the other tree. I found some sticks, wrapped them up, spread out the mosquito net, and then other than that, it's basically the same thing. It is a couple inches shorter than the double hammock, and it is a few inches narrower in the belly right here. So it is a little bit more comfortable for one person, obviously, in the single hammock than it is the double. It still has a little bit of a wrap feeling to it, a little bit of the high sides, but it's not too bad. And the mosquito net, if you're the person that kind of lays in these a little bit more on an angle, coming up on the side over here is where you'll end up kind of leaning against a little bit. So, but other than that, really nice quality made stuff. All the stitching on everything looks good. Stitching on the tree straps looks really good. Cord's heavy, nice stitching. Basically, it's a really nice hammock. First one that I've had that had the built-on mosquito net. Mosquito net is not removable, so if you want to sleep without it, you basically have to take it down, flip the hammock over, and you can sleep in it like that. So there's no issues. If you didn't want it, you just flip it over and sleep on it that way. But basically, that is both the single right here, and then here's the double. So, and they're both from Sunyear, and available on Amazon, I believe. That's where I got them. All right, see ya.